So here's an interesting way to begin doing StratEx planning that's linked to your strategic objectives. And we'll do this through the strategy maps and the concept of the Balanced Scorecard. My name is Brett Knowles and I'm from the Balanced Scorecard Network, and I'd like to provide you with this quick overview. So think of the starting point as a strategy map. A strategy map shows you your organization's strategic objectives, how they link together to create overall success, and of course their weighting, the priority that you have around those objectives for this year. Now imagine if we take that strategy map and list those objectives down the left side of a spreadsheet. Then across the top we could list your core processes. So this is the infamous Southwest Airlines example, and these might be some core processes the airline might have, like air operations, customer service. And you see, these processes are there in order to enable you to achieve your strategy. So what we should be able to do is rate and rank how well those strategic objectives are being supported by those existing processes. And for the sake of argument, let's pretend we're going to rate them like at school. A, C, F. A meets that grade level expectations. C doesn't quite meet it, but passing, room for improvement. F, of course, failing. And if we rated these, we might see something like this. Now, in this example for customer service, we've scored it as a C against the objective of increased profitability. So customer service is supporting it, but there's room for improvement. But because this is a low-weighted objective, we'll make that turn green. We also gave logistics support for the objective of more passengers a C, but because that has a medium weighting, it now turns yellow, cautionary. We should be paying attention to this process performance. Finally, logistics also supports on-time flights at a level of C, but because it's a high-weighted objective, this turns red. So the net is we're beginning to understand the level of process support that each process gives a strategic objective. Just like the order entry process at McDonald's, getting you the right hamburger, is way less important than making sure that we provide the right baby to the right mother at a hospital. Same process, way more important at the hospital. Therefore, we need a higher performance level. So this scaling of process support against strategic objectives begins to tell us the strategic alignment of our processes. And in fact, we can give this a score to produce a chart like this. So in this chart, the blue bar represents how well our processes are currently performing, and the gold is the gap between the current performance level and what's needed to achieve our strategic success. So in the StratEx planning world, this begins to show us where our process focus should be for maximum strategic impact. How can we get to that? Well, take that same chart with the strategic objectives down the left, and now across the top, what we'll do is list the core initiatives for this period. Now, when we take a look at those initiatives, as we rate and rank their impact by strategic objective, we can begin to score the impact. So again, think of providing a score and graphing them. In this case, the red dot represents the level of process support that each project is providing. Now, if we go back to the previous process support chart, what we should be able to do now is just focus on the gaps, the gold bars, and combine those two charts. Where do the gaps line up with our project investment? Now all of a sudden we see that misalignment. In some cases we have no gap, like in this objective increased profitability, yet a significant investment in projects. In other cases we have a significant gap and not much investment in projects at all. Now here's a case where we're misaligned in this example of our resources to strategic need. Our StratEx plan does not match our strategy and our current process performance. So that's how we can integrate the StratEx model and the strategy map and scorecard. Obviously, if the weighting of the objectives changed, the height of the bars would change because the importance of different processes change, and the impact of the projects. So this analysis should be done on an ongoing basis, once a quarter, and also every time that you re-weight your strategy map. In this way, we begin to build that learning organization that we all want. To learn more about this concept and others, please join us at the Balanced Scorecard Network.